Just for a few minutes, see if YouTube puts it out in the propagation or not. As long as there's some conversation, we'll talk for a few minutes. Lackfur, what's up? Amanda, James Kroll, Sondag, what's up? Sondag, hey, when you do that, hey, leaving comment, that doesn't do shit for us, man. Does nothing. You actually have to leave 4 words, and when dudes are like, for the algorithm, all I see is lazy motherfucker, and I usually just ban those dudes. Like, I don't deal with bare minimum dudes. Just telling you, like, when you do that, all that does is skyline yourself. It does not help us in any way at all. Thomas, what's up? Kilo Bravo 6, what's going on? Tiger Paw, Drive Strength, what's up? Jason, how are you, man? Philip Strother, Tokyo San, what's up? Thomas Hollybee, what's going on? What'd everybody do today? I got a lot of shit done outside. I put 5 gallons of Roundup down. Actually, it's not Roundup, it's something stronger. On all the shit in the gravel. No, Joe, you gotta actually leave words that have some application. Like all the AI bullshit, it doesn't help anything anymore. You have to actually leave a comment. Like just showing up on a video and going comment does nothing at all. Alan, what's up? Chuck Peoples, working on shirts. Brandon Sweeney, how are you? Ankle rig arrived, sitting on the table, waiting to be opened after I water the potatoes. I watered potatoes today too. Watered the garden, put 5 gallons of weed abatement down on the gravel, spot sprayed stuff. Mowed around all the apple trees and peach and everything. Mowed around all the fruit tree rings, those new ones. I think there's 48 of them. Mowed up and down the highway from both sides of the property, my property, and then on both sides of it. And then mowed all the front entryway area. Plant the garlic right on. Got a G.I. Joe in today. I love it, man. I've got one on right now. Got one on right now. Tool bag came in, bright orange, right on. Monica, how are you? Did you get that order that has the wallet in it? I think it didn't have your name on it. Is that correct? Ordered pumpkin, Hank. Oh, those are super cool. She was building, she's been working on that shit for hours today. Got the ankle rig. Wore it around while doing things around the house, picking veggies, extremely comfortable. I've never liked ankle kits. Yeah, and it'll get better too. Like if you use a bigger sock, it'll definitely help. Fortunate son, no, that's not me. I don't know what we're talking about. I haven't gotten it. Monica, okay. Tool bag light came in bright orange, right on. Modern day pioneer, what's up? Adding 160 more feet of hot wire net tomorrow, right on. What are you trying to keep in? Hot wire net. So for poultry, for birds? What do you do with items that are returned to sender? Send them back to the guys. Joseph Frazier, what's up? Any woodland mini packs on the horizon? Don't know. Send an email if you want one. Got my belt keepers with another order on the way. Very cool. Alan Bouchard, what's up? Mark Turmel, what's going on? You guys have a lot of little bugs this year, like little tiny flying bugs that seems like there's a lot more of them. Moving pigs are, oh, right. Pigs, right. Do you carry orange Velcro? Maybe we have in the past. I don't know the answer to that. I don't know. In a very limited size, we might have had it. And it didn't really match our orange, I seem to remember. I'm not even sure where the fucking light switch back here is. Looks like I've got some 2-inch orange loop Velcro. All around my garden been ridiculous last couple of weeks. Little bugs everywhere. Gnats crazy this year. Yep, the bugs like little flies. Second militia, what's up? Driving me crazy. Yeah, it seems like we have a lot more little bugs. Overrun with scorpions. So we have scorpions in Tennessee. I've never seen a scorpion in Tennessee. A lot of ticks. We're not having tick problems. Need a dolly for your large tool bag. Yeah, they get heavy, man. Land of goats and pigs. What's up, John? How are you? We have a ton of love bugs. They don't bite, just annoying. I don't know what love bugs. Are they bugs or are they drones? Good question. Good question. Anybody want subgun rigs? We have a small number of subgun rigs here in Typhon. DJ Guzman, what's up? How are you? We fogged the house, had probably 30 of them all over the... Oh, scorpions? What a trip. What state's that in? Where are you? Man, there is a lot of shit in this engine bay. Texas. Stinging caterpillars are pissing. I haven't had those either. Fuck, thank God, man. Everything in Tennessee wants to sting you, bite you, lay eggs in you, spit acid on you, punch thorns in you. So that one is not going back. The one that went in is 20 pounds lighter. Uvalde, Texas. Any more trees take root in the swales? So we haven't put anything in the swales yet. We're putting the swales in next week. We're planting the swales. I put trees, we took piles of wood chips, wood mulch, like shredded tree pulp. And I put 2 6-foot skid steer buckets dumped there, right? And then kind of tamped them down and then dug into them and planted potted trees into them, right? Not bare root, but potted. And I put in, I think there's 48 of them altogether. Maybe 8 of them have died, but we've got, the majority of them are growing. The apple trees we put in this year put small apples on. And those, I've got apple trees that have been on the property 5-6 years now that we've never gotten an apple off of. They put apples on and then they kind of implode. We've never sprayed them for rust, and we have a lot of cedar trees around. But we got 2 apples off of one of these apple trees. Good apples, like we ate them. They were very small. Came here to give thumbs up because the discussion is always great. Always play these the next morning. Mark Taft, right on. Are you guys firing up production on covert rigs or have already been building them? Brandon Sweeney, are you not on our text message? Like if you were on our text or email, you would already know that. They're up. They're on the website right now. Check my fodder trees today. They don't good. Hope they pop in the spring. Bob, mine are terrible too. Mine are horrible. And they're so overgrown by the grass. And I can't get the mower in there. I'm buying a smaller mower to be able to mow. So if they don't take off, I'm going to scrape all of those and put them in a little more spaced so I can get a bigger mower through there. But for now, I'm going to use like a Craftsman riding lawnmower just to be able to cut that grass down. It's so tall that it's overtaken everything in there. How are the other fruit trees? They're doing well. They're doing well. I need a bug dope recipe for when I can't get insect repellent. Vinegar. You can spot spray vinegar. Came here to give thumbs up. Laugh out loud. You make a car fast. You make it unreliable. Well, we know that. Buy a fast car. I think he's actually buying. I think he's getting a Porsche. I think he's going to do a GT4. I think the younger generation say in the next 10 years could fight off the Chinese. No, no. We've weakened our military. We have not all of them, but there's some. I mean, some of the shit going on in the military is absolutely baffling. You've got weak motherfuckers. You've got everybody gets a trophy. You've got dudes that have never fucking been in a fist fight. And you've got guys in the military, when you speak ill to them, they act like little children, right? There's no discipline in the military. It's weird, the troops that they are turning out of the military right now. In the old days, and I say old days, that's crazy that I even say that, right? In the 2000s, when we would have a Marine come in and bounce a check, we would call command, and his drill sergeant or his fucking platoon sergeant or even his gunny sergeant would fucking bring his ass to the shop and make him pay you and apologize. You call command now and tell them one of their fucking guys fucking bounced a check. There's no recourse. Like they used to they would thrash that guy. That doesn't happen anymore. Look at the little cunts. It's amazing when I see dudes show up on my social media, the shit that they talk, and when you click, you find they're active duty military persons. Like, it's just absolutely fucking bizarre. Empire's collapsing. Yep. Empire is collapsing. I want to join the sub service, but cannot find the join button to save my life. I want to join the subscription service. Look at it. Are you on an Apple phone? Look at it on the computer. Davenport, what's up? The only time I saw a camel spider was in California. I've never seen. I don't think we have camel spiders in California. You're talking like camel spiders from like Iraq, right? SOE cat hammock? I have no idea. Check these things out. I don't know if you can see it. These are fucking super, super old mouse traps. And inside, let me unscrew it, you can see it. Look at this assembly. So it's got that weighted ball on there. So they push through, and then they can't get back out. It's got all these barbs around it. And they just fill the jar up. And when you have a bunch of rodents in one area, they usually eat each other. They kill each other. I read the other day that almost 70% of recruits are disqualified for drugs, mental, and fitness. I saw Tim Kennedy saying that, man. They were like, why do they let you do all these TV shows and still be, with SF? He's like, I'm the best recruiting tool there is. He's like, even like an A team running out, he's like, we want to run 8 people. He said, we can't even field 4-man teams. He's like, we just can't get them. The guys that come into the military cannot even pass the physical fitness test to get in the military. Jay Davenport, got your ankle med kit. So what do you think of it? What are you going to put in the ankle med kit? You can actually put more in there than what we showed. I had 2 quick clots every time we showed a photo, every time I wore it. 2 quick clots. And you can put the cat 7s, you can put the cat tourniquets, but the soft tees will pack even smaller. You could actually put 2 tourniquets in there. And you can jam 2 of the compact hyphen chest seals. You can jam those in, put 1 quick clot in one of those. You could put a 4-inch bandage in there. And you could also put your hyphens in with the bandage. You could also run like a SWAT tourniquet, the flat like bicycle rubber inner tube, and then use that with quick clot as a compression bandage rather than carrying a large compression. Like, you can get it to go a lot slimmer. That slot's 3.5, that slot's 3.5, that's 1 1/4, 1 1/4, 1 1/4. Maddie, what's up? Smash the thumbs up real quick, thanks. What's on the menu for the VIP dinner at SRF? Bob, I don't know. I don't know. I do not know. It'll be good. You want to know what the generation will be like 10 years fighting the Chinese? Listen to the Last War series by Ryan Shao. Not heard of it. Got my hydration bladder, belt, H-harness, and wallet. Tyler Mallory, what's up, buddy? Hell, I'd go back to boot camp just to get back into shape. I wonder, so when did you go to boot camp? Let's say you went to boot camp at 18 to 20, right? How old are you now? 50? 40? I wonder how you would go through boot camp right now compared to 20 years younger. You know, wear and tear on the body, recovery. They are setting up a pre-boot camp for boot camp. It's boot camp light. It's boot camp light for those who can't do boot camp. Yeah, like remedial or like fat camp. Pineapple upside down cake and brisket. Jason Routport, is that really what we're having? Is that what we're having? 18 in boot camp, 37 now. Few broken bones, injured since though. John Action Jackson here. Hoping I can make it to the upcoming festival. Well, I would start with getting the tickets. That would kind of commit you. Usually when I say hoping, I'm hoping to do something, I don't do it. If you hear me say I'm going to do something, I'm kind of committed, and if I don't, then it looks like a failure to everybody I told I was going to do it. So if I want to go do something, I use different terms. I use different words. Pre-cycle camp. Show me your war face. Permanent pastures. Yeah, we'll do that. We can do that live tomorrow night. I meant to get back to you. I saw it come through the text. I was moving hoses around, watering swales. I've got some yellow spots, like big 3-foot round, 4-foot round spots of where the plants aren't doing well, and I don't know why that is. It looks like maybe something pissed on them, but there's nothing that could have got to them. I don't know what's doing it. War face for these kids is crying face. If I cook, that's what would be talk to Nicole. I got no issue cooking. Don't think the knees would survive boot camp at this age. Your brisket was good last weekend. Fuck, everything out there was good, Bob. Especially the pineapple. I ate half a sheet of that pineapple upside down cake. And the sausages were good. There was, I don't know what they were. Like, I had a hot dog, you know, that was clearly a hot dog. But there was something that looked like a hot dog that was bigger that had like a kind of a sweet taste to it. Man, there was some good stuff out there. Ankle rig is awesome. Just tried it on. Right on. Jeremy Peck, yo. Bullseye Farm, how are you? Pickled mouse. Pickled mouse. I would try it. If you had pickled mouse and like if it was there on the buffet or something, I would try that. restaurant and all they had was like weird food, I would go there all the time. I will owe you a beverage for your birthday. Any recommendations for dinner in Camden the night of 10/1? It'll be my birthday. You don't have a lot of options in Camden. 10/1. That's what, October 1st? You don't have a lot of options. Mexican is your best option here. I personally don't eat in town. If I do, it's with a bunch of people and I go to Mexican. They always do us well and the food is good. There is another restaurant in New Johnsonville. I like the food there. It takes forever to get your food. We tried to go there last night. We pulled in. There was probably 15, 20 cars in the parking lot. And I'm like, fuck this. I do not have an hour to sit and wait to get my food. Plus, the internet service in there is shit. So we turned around and drove the opposite direction 30 minutes and went to a place called Miso's. And it's like a hibachi sushi place. Typically, though, we drive to Jackson, which is an hour drive. Bought 2 pork butts, 3 briskets, 15 pounds of bologna, and that tray full of upside down cake last weekend. The bologna was good, too. Yeah, the bologna was really good. Do you have fish in the pond? We do. We have, we put 100 bluegill and 100 red ear sunfish. And then we've got about 1,000 bait fish, little minnows, or I don't remember what they were. And we also put ambrosia in there, fathead minnows. I hate eating out now. The food is always bad. I feel like that's the case too, right? We go to a steak place, the nicest steakhouse there is in Jackson, which isn't saying a lot. It used to be really, really good. You could get a Chicago bone-in ribeye, and it was fat, it was thick, it was big. Now it's smaller, and it almost tastes sour. Like, I've had it probably a dozen times in the last 6 months we've gone to this place. And I take leftovers home, and when I eat them the next day, the meat's no good. Something like it's just the meat is coming from somewhere else. Mexican place was pretty good when you took us there. So that's the other place, Perma Pastures, Billy. That's the place in New Johnsonville. The food was good. It just takes a long time to get your food. Walmart has lots of stuff on clearance. Like what? What do we mean? It's the new cricket meal worm blend. Maybe it is. Like, that's showing up. You can find things like, read the packaging of the things you've been buying, right? You have something you've bought for the last 10 years that you have in your consistently in your pantry. And there's normal shit that doesn't say, hey, motherfucker, we're putting crickets in this shit. There's just now crickets in the shit if you read the ingredients. Started taking a stack of ones and laying it on the table. As the service declines, I take money away. Yamamoto Japanese Steakhouse and Sushi, Clarksville is great. Yellowtail. So if you like that place, Amy, try Yellowtail. Yellowtail is actually very, very good. We will actually drive to Clarksville just to go to Yellowtail. And then I'll hit, there's an antique mall there. I can't remember the name of it, that has a coffee shop and a diner inside there. And they've got some really good small sandwiches and stuff, really good. Like brisket sandwiches and stuff. They do a badass grilled cheese, real fancy grilled cheese sandwich. And they've got some good desserts in there. And then we'll also, of course, hit like Rural King while we're there. Jelly donut patch would be cool. I don't know what that means. You mean make like a SOE patch that's a jelly donut? Is it me, or does every place suck since COVID? No, I agree. And think about this, Billy. We've removed all the USD has removed all the labeling on shit. So to say USA, it only has to be packaged in the USA. So tons of this meat is coming from Africa and Nigeria. They don't feed those cows the same thing, right? There is nothing where they have to disclaim point of origin of the live animal. There's nothing on there anymore. So you don't know what that animal was fed. Saw a video today about a scientist who endangered a mealworm that digests plastic, who engineered. Yeah, Jeremy Peck. The what's that asshole's name on Tim Pool's show that always sidetracks the conversation? Ian. He's been talking about that shit for a year now. They've got all kinds of microbes and bacteria that'll eat plastic. I feel like we're getting meat grown in labs. Well, why would we not be, right? Remember 3-4 years ago, the Ultimate Burger? Fuck. KFC has something on the menu that they say you can't tell the difference between it and chicken, and it's not chicken. It's manufactured meat. How about all the blind taste studies? We can't tell the difference between the Ultimate Burger. Do you know that those fucking soy-based and plant-based engineered burgers have your allotted estrogen for an entire month in one burger? Are you aware of that? Look that up. Fact check me. Over in Madison, love that antique place. Go there a lot and we'll check Yellowtail. Yeah. Saw a video the other day of folks in Africa making mosquito burger. Lovely. My grandfather lived through the Depression and don't ever remember them saying we loved eating crickets or any bug. Gas station sushi. It takes too long to get it. The gas station, I don't think he's even making sushi anymore. If he does, he's got a couple rolls, but it just takes too long. Bob Lester's kids went over to get food. Went over and ordered, I think they ordered like 4 hibachis, right? It took 2 hours to get the food. 2 hours. And that wasn't even like at rush time. It just takes too long. There's only 1 or 2 dudes in there cooking. The food's good. It just takes too long. I can literally get in my car and drive to Jackson, eat, and come back here faster than I can get food next door. I think they're even more estrogen than 1 month's worth. More like a year's worth. Madison. Amanda, do you know the name of that antique place where I bought that giant metal sign? That medieval looking, looks like a shield. And I bought the swordfish there too. Do you remember the name of that place? Has the sandwich shop in it. Did you get the Starlink? Yes, we're running on Starlink. I have 3 times. Are we on? I saw it blink. Are we still on? You won't ever catch me eating any one of those manufactured meats. Well, yeah, because you're not going to any place. You're not eating clown food, right? You don't go anywhere with a drive-through. 16 different types of mushrooms grow on plastic and we'll break it down. Merchant logo, Miss Lucille. That's it. Yep, Miss Lucille's. That's the one. I saw the Skynet Internet Antenna Monday. Meant to ask about it. Jason. Yeah, we've got, we do have, is it called Skynet? What's it called? It's not Skynet, is it? We have the Elon Musk Starlink. We do. And then we have boosters. Although I question how safe it is to have this booster right by Amanda's head. But we have 3 of those boosters coming in the building. Or maybe that's the main one. I don't know. But outside, where I have no internet, I now have internet outside. And I have better internet outside than I've ever had inside the building. Just like the EV cars, they will make all the meat funny meat. I just saw Skynet Internet Antenna Monday. Tiger Paw. Big squirrel. It's about time for deer season. It is, yeah, it is. It is about time for deer season. We feed a lot of deer. We don't kill any deer, but they're here, I guess, if we need them. I bought one of your multicam black with red thread duffels 2 to 3 years ago. Use it all the time. Great bag, right on, Ryder. Your grandkids should still be using that bag. Perma Pastures. Yep, there's 86 of you on here and only 64 thumbs up. Back out of the comments. Just hit the back arrow for a second and hit that thumbs up for us. It's free. Or if you don't want to do that, just send me 10 bucks. Just super chat 10 bucks. 10 bucks or the free option, but you have to choose one of them. Billy, when you guys come in, is Michelle coming with you? When you guys coming into town, is it next week or is there another week still? Walmart clearance AC window units, grills of all kinds, metal chairs. They are trying to make room for Christmas and new mod merch. Roger that. Halloween hanks. The Halloween hanks are very cool. Very cool. We always buy up a lot of material when we see something cool. We might not even use it this year, but we're kind of operating under the idea that we won't be able to get stuff. So for the last several years, we've been buying just tons of anything. When we see it that we like it, we buy all of it or more of it. We order it in. We try to get more and more of it. I thought this was pretty cool. These sugar skull kind of dog skeletons. And then the pinup girls. I just knocked all that shit on the floor. But we buy a lot of seasonal stuff when we see it. It's only the 17th today. I ordered a skeleton hank. Thanks for your order, Joseph Frazier. Amy, was it you that said you want to move? Was that you? Maybe I shouldn't be saying that. Maybe there's other ears here. We have more ankle med kits that'll ship out Monday. There's another batch out on. So Amy Lynn Jones, we addressed that. We talked about that on the private video. I don't know how many hours of video that is, but it'll be broke up probably into 30-minute videos again like last week. How's Gunny been? Who are we talking about, Gunny? Are you talking about Scully? Sugar Skull dogs this year? Just send us a message. We'll probably do something. Do you know that it's International Velociraptor Awareness Month? We'll be near there this next week for Back to the Land Festival. And then we should be at your place. Perma Pastors, once you shoot over this way, we'll get dinner or something. I don't ever get and I don't really interact with them, but they've never been like, hey, will you come to our thing at Back to the Land? And like when they come, we don't really have a lot of conversation. I kind of feel like they don't like us. They're just kind of meek, you know, they're doing their thing, whatever that is. But I feel like when we ask them to come, like they don't want to come here. That's kind of how I feel. If that's even what I'm thinking of. I think they're the people that are like right across the interstate from us. But if you are in town, we can go do something. We could probably do a V2 of the old school Sugar Skull shirt. Nicole designed years ago. Yeah, we should totally do that. We should do that. We should probably put that on a hoodie too, at least a lightweight hoodie. We need to start thinking about hoodies. and lightweight hoodies right now. Now's the time. Velociraptors are my favorite dino. That's because you're taller than them. I didn't even see Jose Rivera on here. There he is. What up? I always drool when I see the USMC bags we made a while back. Any plans to bring something like that back? So the USMC bags, we do those on Marine Corps birthday. Was the 308 NSW rig you were working on one off, or will you run a few? If you want a 308 NSW rig, send me an email and we will run one as a custom. You guys can get a lot of stuff one off that we're not running. There's an upcharge for it though, right? It costs more. You're going to get it fast. We're going to build one just for you. I'm building one multicam black 308 rig for one of my guys that works here. He's got a Scar Heavy. He's got a badass Scar. Do you recommend any certain windbreaker jacket? Get whatever you want, man. I have a lot of Arc'teryx stuff. I have a lot of North Face stuff, which isn't what it used to be. Last year, I bought a ton of shit for Amanda and myself. Lightweight, midweight, heavyweight, insulated, non-insulated, hard outer shell, Gore-Tex stuff, in this stuff, right? I bought a lot of shit, bibs, overalls, jackets. This is just a hard shell. I've got an insulated shell also, so that you could layer it. And we set it up to where we could ride the Razors or the four-wheelers, no matter the weather, and then also just, working outside on the farm and stuff. So we bought a lot of that shit, and all of that came from Bass Pro Shop. Gander Mountain and BassProShop.com are both the exact same website. They just have a different name on them. Same SKUs, same part numbers, everything. It just depends what you want to look like, man. I have a ton of TAD jackets. I've got a bunch of... all this winter, I really ran the Katanica, this hoodie. Fucking just an amazing jacket. Love it. I've got this thing here. This one's semi-insulated. I run my expeditionary hoodies a lot. And then I usually, if it's cold, I'll run a lightweight hoodie with an expeditionary underneath. And then I got a lot of smart wool stuff too. North Carolina right now, for wedding, great weather, better than Pennsylvania. You should send the USMC bag with a box of crayons, a Marine MRE. I don't know what you're saying. We should send it to you. You should buy one when they're available, and you'll get one. I sometimes wish some of the dinos still existed so I could shoot them in the face. Huh. Had good luck with outdoor research shit's great. The SEALs issued outdoor research all the time. I don't know what's in their kits now, but a lot of soft guys get issued outdoor research. AR. Also, Helly Hansen. Helly Hansen or Kelly Hansen? I think it's Helly Hansen. I've got some outdoor research. I thought I was going to walk over here and show you. These Tilly hats are great. They're vented. But for rain, I use an outdoor research boonie also. My son has an Army issue bag similar to the SOE boot bag. Mine is much better. Other than diet and exercise, what supplements helped you lose weight and gain muscle the most? Steroids. Steroids. I'm not ever trying to gain. I don't take supplements to lose fat. I don't think there is one that really works. I mean, can definitely, there's chemicals, injectable chemicals you can use that will burn fat. And then there's other stuff you can take at higher dosages that will help burn fat. A lot of it's appetite suppressant, though. I use a ton of supplements, but none of them are to lose fat. When I want to lose fat, body fat percentage, I stop drinking. I'm not drinking right now. I won't drink for the next 2 or 3 weeks, and I'll probably drop 3% body fat, and I'm adding in more cardio also. And I don't do like, yeah, clenbuterol definitely would. You have to watch clenbuterol, with heart issues. If you have any heart issues or you're predisposed to heart issues, you definitely want to watch out for clenbuterol. All right, what are you running on Clen? Are you doing like 2 days on, 2 days off? How are you dosing Clen? I haven't used Clen for 20 years probably. Adderall, but Adderall is methamphetamine. So you're dropping weight because you're not eating, right? It's an appetite suppressant. Who makes decent cold weather hunting gear? Jose, I just answered that question, so I don't know when you asked it. I have a ton of this stuff, and I'm very pleased with it. I have a lot of this stuff from Gander Mountain, and it's Relv. I think this is Relv. VSX. Instinct. And there's like 20 different pieces to this, so you can layer them how you want them layered. And then I bought medium, large, and extra large. So that, for instance, if I want to wear insulated, but I still want to use this hard shell, I can wear a lot of insulation and wear an extra large over it. But if I want to just go out in the rain, I can totally fit a medium. And you don't necessarily need to buy all that shit, but I wanted that range. Clen makes you look like a meth addict on withdrawals. You shake so much. I have some sitting around here. $45 for a hanky. Are you talking shit or are you asking a question? Outdoor Research makes the best gaiters on the market. Absolutely they do. Absolutely they do, Exodus. Exodus Survival. Do you have an Instagram page? Is that you I'm following? I'm down 19 pounds, 3 weeks on a new GLP medication, exactly like you said, appetite suppressant. Carly, what's up? Paintball real tree. That requires an answer. Like, there's not a situation here where you just remain silent. That requires an answer from you, or you will never comment here again. If you don't want to pay $45, you totally don't have to pay $45. You can take a couple $100 and you can go buy a sewing machine, and you can take a few $100 and you can go buy some material. This roll of material right here is about $1,500 right here. So, I mean, you're welcome to go do that. And then you could totally take and build the exact same hanks that is being built here, and you could sell them for $40. And your whole marketing could be, those SOE guys charge $45 and I'll build the same thing for $40. You should totally do that. Yeah, Amanda's doing beanies. She's doing like neck, I don't know, a beanie without a hole in the top, right? So it'll go around your neck. Charlie Watkins, what's up? Scarves and ear warmers. You could also put them. I took some beanies this year when it was cold out, when I was outside doing animals and stuff, and I cut the hole. I just cut a hole in the top of the beanie so I could pull it up over my nose and around my neck. Some of the EDC Yankees are more than 45. Yeah, some of them are way more. There's a market out there people don't realize, right? It's the same guys that's like, I don't want a Rolex because they keep shitty time. That's fine. You can totally tell yourself that all day you want. But buying a Rolex is not about telling time. I wear a lot of watches and I still pull my phone out to see what time it is, right? It's the same guys that are like, oh man, why would I spend $2,000 on a knife? You wouldn't. There's a whole entire fucking world out there that you'll never be part of because you've blocked that out of in your head. You have convinced yourself to remain in poverty mindset rather than like I don't get it. Dudes are like, why would I buy that? Well, you're not my market. And while we're having the conversation, they already sold out. We put our knives up at $2,000. When they have a number on them, they start at 2,000. 24 is 2,000. 23 is 2,100. 22 is 22, and it goes like that, right? So when you buy number 3 or 4, you're paying $4,200 for the knife. When we list them, we sell them out in under an hour. And then the dudes show up and they're like, why would I spend this? You wouldn't. Paintball is the dude's name. He should know about the headband game. I would think. He hasn't answered. I'm going to go back and block him. Like, I do not, like, you're not ever going to, the biggest thing I've done in the last 2-3 years, number one, say no. And number two, remove any frustration. Because like an hour from now, I'll be looking at that dude's page, trying to figure out how to fuck him up or affect his life, right? So to prevent any more of my headspace or my energy being taken on that, I just block them. He'll never comment, and he might even be a customer. He will never have access to any of the social media on YouTube again. Been hunting all my life. Camo patterns are entirely unnecessary for every species alive. They're for the hunter, not the game, but they do make you look cool. Yeah, I mean, go back 200 years, right? There was no camouflage. Hernandez, what's up, buddy? Multi-cam black ear warmers. I don't know how we do those because they have to be stretchy, and the material we currently have is not. They do have a 4-way stretch material, I suppose we could bring in and then line it with like polar fleece or something. Do you have Instagram? It's just homesteading type stuff. I don't think you're following. No, it's not. That's not you. But I'll check it out. Once you start cutting out certain food drinks and after a point you find consuming them actually makes you sick. Yeah, I think when you stop sugar, and carbs, you'll actually be sick when you use them. Bought skeleton Hank. Some of the EDC Hanks. Okay, so he's not going to reply. Let me find him. Mountain Raider, what's up, dude? Hide user from channel. He replied above. Oh, I've already knocked him out of there. What did he say? I can't even see it at this point. L.E. Weldon, what's up? Multicam black beanies. They would be very cool. I've never seen one. Have you? Totally just be jesting too. I just don't have time for it. Like, there's grown-ups here. I spend my evening walking around for an hour talking to you guys. I don't have time for fart jokes. I don't. He was saying to show the Hank so he could see what $45 gets him. Yeah. It got him removed from everything that is me. That's what it got. He said he loves SOE. Well, he's done now. I mean, it's a trip too, because you'll see the same guys go over to another platform and do the same thing. Got the G.I. Joes today. Can't wait to give one to my husband. I'm wearing one right now, Andrea. Love it. I saw, I think we did some of your questions on the private group video. I think we answered some of your stuff on there. And then Amanda jumped on. Cody was on those videos also. So there's quite a bit there. When I have clients like Paintball Dude, I make them not my client. I mean, we'll sell gear to anybody until, and he might not have meant anything about it, right? He might just be some fucking weirdo. You know, he might have be awkward socially, but it sounded like, and he had every opportunity to reply in the opposite. So it is what it is. It's over with. I'm happy to answer questions on the VIP question videos. Your hater videos inspired me in my business. I now say no a lot. It's 10% of your customers are going to take 80% of your time. And a few things happen, right? When you fire those dudes, they become irate and they literally will spend all of their free time speaking about you, trying to harm you. They still want your product, right? So what they do is they have to go to your competitor now, or they have their wife reorder or something. But they go to your competitor and they do the same shit. The problem customer is a problem everywhere. And your competitor, most of your competitors operate under the guise of the customer is always right. So now your competitor has this asshole customer and they're bending over backwards trying to take care of all his nitpicky shit. And they don't realize they are losing easy customers, and you pick up those easy customers. So kill those fucking shitty customers, and it will bog down your competition with them. Don Stinson, what's up? Love those cats. You guys can have these cats. Come get them. A lady wearing a mask at the post office told me I was inciting violence by wearing that shirt. Perma-pastors, man. You need to almost put on a hidden camera so that we can just fucking make fun of that shit. Like, we know it's going to happen. We know it's going to happen. So we should totally just start like the libs of TikTok. Have you ever seen that? You should check that out. It's just liberals doing insane shit, and then we put videos of it up of them doing insane shit, right? We need to document that so that we can fucking make fun of it. Customer's not always right. I am saying that all my life in any job I was working. For sure. It's because corporate bullshit, right? The people, human resources and corporate policy is not enforced by the people that make the rules. It's enforced at the ground level. It's expected to be enforced. So you have, let's use Applebee's, for instance, right? Or O'Charlie's or any of those fucking restaurants, right? You see it all the time. It's usually the family, it's the husband and wife that have 3 or 4 kids. And when they leave, it literally looks like a tornado has fucking wrecked the place. There is food on the 5 tables surrounding them because they don't fucking have any control over their kids. It's the asshole that's always got, their kids always have iPads or cell phones, and they're up, and you have to hear the whole fucking cartoon conversation the entire time they're there. They don't fucking raise their kids. The fucking electronic device raises the kids. So then the dad, he's going to eat half of his steak. He's going to say there was a hair in it, or it wasn't prepared right, and he's going to send it back, and corporate policy is to give him another one. But not only give him another one, the manager's going to come out and apologize, because that's how they downstage it, right? They need to diffuse the situation, lower the volume, and to do so, they reward the shitty patron. They fucking pay for his dinner, bring him another dinner, give him a free dessert, and then fucking ask him to please come back. Here's 20% off your next visit. Please come back and be a shitty customer again. And they get rewarded for it. And that's what happens. And it just fucking reaffirms that shitty behavior. When really, fucking a big dude should come over, grab him by the collar, throw him through the fucking door, and kick him as he falls out the fucking door. You do that once, that shit'll stop. But nobody does that anymore. Tourism, I can't even fucking imagine. So many weak-minded walk the earth. Because we allow them to. We used to lock them up in places, we called them asylums or poorhouses, right? We let the feeble-minded walk amongst us. They didn't used to. We keep people alive who do not keep themselves alive. And then we allow people to sue you over it. I'm surrounded by all those nut jobs out in SoCal. Yeah, get out of there, buddy. There's no funding. There is no funding. Absolutely. Customer's always right is what the people... Yeah, it was... The customer's always right came from Woolworths, right? It's just like diamond is a girl's best friend, and you're supposed to spend 3 months of your salary on a diamond. A diamond has no fucking intrinsic value other than fucking De Beers mines them all and controls the market on it. Do we have any Arctic camo? Do we make any, or do I currently have anything for sale? We do multicam alpine. We don't do it very often. Usually around Christmas time, we do a few pieces in multicam alpine, and we'll do it with gray trim or we'll do it with black trim. We usually call it Stormtrooper. I don't think I have any right now. I'll go up here. I might have something I can show you. I sent a raw hamburger back once. That's very different, though. That's very different. That's not what we're talking about. I usually don't send food back. When I get food that's prepared bad, we just don't ever go back there. Like, we will never step foot back in that place, ever, out of one bad experience. You should have chose your words wisely. So here's an example of the Arctic stuff. I've had to send food back, but I'm always gracious. Yeah, it's a different situation, though. Received my large tool bag earlier this week. My plan was to use it as a range bag. However, damn bag kicks ass, so I have been using it as an everyday bag. So get a couple of them. I carry large tool bags. That's what I carry with me every time we leave the building. Large tool bag. It's got batteries, battery packs, toilet paper, extra props. It's usually got a drone in there, a controller. In that bag, I can put a MacBook Pro. I can put the biggest MacBook Pro. I usually carry 2 computers when we travel, and they both go inside that tool bag. Arctic M4 chest rig. So we make Alpine. It looks like this. And we do an AK M4 chest rig, of which I don't even have one to show you. They are few and far between. When we run them, we run about a dozen of them, and they do not sell very well. So we only run them maybe once a year. I've been firing dopey customers like crazy. Like you said, life and business. Yeah, it does, man, because we only have so much time. Break your time down into an hour, right? If you want to make $1 million a year, how much money do you need to make every day to make that $1 million a year? And are we working 7 days? I work 7 days a week. Most people don't work 7 days a week. Most people don't work 16 hours a day. Most people work 8 hours a day. So you need to break that time down into 8 hours times 5, right? Times 12. And then break that into per minute. So how much money do you need to make every minute? When you're dealing with shitty customers, you are making less money per minute. Pablo, I have no idea where Pablo is, man. But if you want to talk to Pablo, he is on Instagram, and if he wants to talk to you, I'm sure Pablo will talk to you. He does a lot of fishing. Corporate loses its mind when you fire a cut. Yeah, it's because they don't have to put up with that motherfucker. Whatever happened to those guys in your old hater videos that worked for you? I don't know who we're even talking about, buddy. But what I can tell, I don't know who you're talking about, but what I can tell you is we make videos every single day. I have over 3,000 videos. I am sure whoever you're talking about, I have addressed it. There is a video. Like, we do a day in the life almost every single day. We're putting 3 to 5 videos on YouTube every single day right now. All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here. Everybody have a good night. Billy, we will do a live feed. We're going to do a live feed tomorrow night on Perma Pastures Farms YouTube channel at 7 o'clock, 6 o'clock. I'm not sure. That's a question. You guys make sure to tune in. It'll be a good time. We can talk about whatever we're talking about. Took a break from everything for a while, so I'll catch up. Right on. Right on. The one consistent thing that you can guarantee, that you can always count on, you can set your clock to it, right? Dudes come in here every couple years and they're like, hey, I'll see you next time. And my reply is, I will be doing the exact same thing in the exact same place next time. That's why my shit works. Because I do a very set routine. And that's why it works. I'm really good at what I do. I've done it for 35 years. My shit works, and it's doing what I want it to do. So you can rest assured that you can go away for 2-3 years and come back, and we will be doing the exact same thing, just on a bigger scale. $7 p.m. my time. 7 p.m. my time. We will be on Perma Pasture Farm. So guys, join in, jump in. We'll have a conversation. See you guys later.